Good afternoon, this is Josh with Gutter Concepts. I had a request yesterday of a guy wanted me to teach how to do square downspout. Problem is I don't have any square downspouts on my property anywhere, so we're going to have to modify this class, and I'm going to use regular 3x4 rectangle downspout to teach this. The principles I'm going to show you are all interchangeable. They'll work on the square or the round, the square or the rectangle. You just gotta, this is a very tricky process if you've never done it before. So let's say I measure, let's say I need an offset that is 8 inches long, okay? I've got an offset that's gonna be 8 inches, okay? What I'm gonna do here, look. First thing I did is, the way I'm going to teach this is I'm doing this small offset for an offset that goes over a ledge, like right there or somewhere like that, okay? First thing you do, you got to start with your top cut. Here's your top cut right here. I started up top with this. See? When I say top cut, pay attention to this. Make sure they can see the pencil line.
Yes, sir.
You see what it looks like from the side? All right, there's that side. The back side has nothing, see? Okay? All right, pause it. All right, I'm back. I just cut this out with my greens and reds. Now, here's the most important part right here, okay? Once I get this cut out, I'm not finished. All right, I'm gonna fold this down. Remember, this is the top here. The top cut is the straight cut. The bottom cut is the slanted cut. Male on female, all the way down, same concept. What we're gonna do now, we're gonna squeeze this, and we're gonna show what it's gonna look like once it's screwed and put together. But we cannot forget a critical step here. I'm gonna take my pencil, I'm gonna mark right here with my pencil. Look, see? See what I got? Can they see that pencil line?
Mm-hmm.
All right, now watch what I do here, y'all. What you're gonna do, you're gonna trim up close to that line, see? The sides don't matter. You don't have to worry about the sides. What we're doing is, the reason we cut that off is we don't want the water to be choked. And if you leave that little piece on, once you put this together, it's going to choke the water and cause the water to not flow properly. Now, when you look in the inside of this, you can see water flow will flow properly. Let me show the other side. See? That's not going to restrict water flow. Now, all we're going to do is put a tack in it. All right. Make sure it's tight. Now, that's what you should have. Here's the critical part right here. Get you a big square, not a small square. And we said we were going to do an 8-inch offset. So here's how we're going to do this. I'm going to use the numbers on my square here, and I'm going to use the slide side of the square, okay? I'm going to set it, the slide side, right here on top, and I'm going to pull it down until 8 comes in right in here somewhere. You got to keep it straight. Now look, once I get down to 8 right here, I'm going to go to 8 3/4 inches. I always add 3/4 of an inch when I'm doing this because it helps get back to the wall properly, and that makes a big difference. So I'm going to come all the way down. Come over here and show Tina. Right here. See 8, see 9, there's 3/4 right here. I'm going to mark the gutter at 8 3/4. Okay? See? Remember when I told you there was no line on the top? Now we're going to be working off the back of the gutter, not the front of the gutter. Remember when we talked about the top line has to be the straight line? Same principle. We're going to show it right here. We're going to mark this. We're going to mark it all the way around. Go all the way around. around with it. Make sure it's marked properly. Now, the cut I used on this was 1.5 inches. I cut 1.5 inches out the front. I'm going to do 1.5 inches out of the back. But you know how I've got my straight line? You see my straight line? That's my top line, see? All right. Now we're going to measure down and mark 1.5 inches. See? Just like this. We're going to square this line up. Now, we're going to connect the two lines with a pencil mark. See? See what we're looking like? And then we're going to do the other side the exact same way. See? All right. All right, so this 1.5 inches cut out is on the exact opposite side as the upper is. And this works in reverse. If you're doing an offset from the top down, it still works, okay? Same principle, everything applies. Look here. Pause it, let me cut this out. Pause it. All right, we're back. We cut the back out now, see? Don't forget, just like we did on the top cut, remember, the top goes into the bottom. Male on female, see, look. We're gonna push it down. We're gonna do the pencil mark here too. Now, Tina, show them what it looks like if I don't put that pencil mark and trim that flange off. Y'all see how that chokes the water? That's what you don't want. All right, we're gonna trim this out, just like we did on the other one. Pop it in. And then we're gonna pop 2 screws in it. Make sure it's nice and square before you screw it. And you've got an offset, okay? Look at there. You got an 8-inch offset, okay? If my content helps you in any way, please remember to like, follow, and share.